I know this background is hilarious because my camera, even though it cost a bunch of money, is trash. You can see my teeth change colors. It's kind of dumb. Anyways, the reason why I wanted to get on here is I want to talk to you guys about some annuities. If you're watching this video and you've heard of an annuity before, most people they think of annuitizing a retirement account. So annuitizing means you are giving the insurance company the ability to take your lump sum of money and keep it. So let's say you put $100,000 into an annuity, they're going to keep it. If you die in a week, they keep it. If you die in 100 years, they keep it. And they pay you 1% every year or 1% every month, depending on the terms. And they adjust it for inflation up to 6%. So if you were to give them $100,000 and you live 25, 30, 35 years, you would have greatly got more money than you would if you would have just paid yourself or put it into a higher returning account. But if you were to die 5 or 10 years down the road, you might get as much as you put in. We're not talking about the type of annuity. We are talking about a fixed index annuity that is tied to an index. Fun name, this is the index. Balanced asset 5, that is an index, just like the iShares, and it's not on here, but the S&P 500. So iShares Gold, iShares blah, blah, blah. All these pretty much are BlackRock indexes, if you've heard of BlackRock. Now, this is probably the best column, charge and no charge. These first 80%, they're all no charge. The ones that have a charge, they have a little more participation, meaning that if this index does 20%, they might actually credit you 30%. And if you take that same exact index up here, but with no charge, they might give you 21%. So with the charge, if there's a down year, you lose a little bit. Without the charge, if there's a down year, you never lose. So what I like to do is this balance asset 5, 100%. We're putting $100,000 into it, and we'll run an illustration. This is going to be a very slow load, but I think you'll want to stick around. These are back tested, and I hate saying that because there is a lot of people on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, all the social medias talking about run from the word back tested. But that's really the only way you can predict anything. Any financial advisor says, hey, we're going to do this for you. Hey, this Roth will do that for you. They're telling you things that have been back tested. They're telling you the market's done 7 to 10% over the last 30 to 150 years, whatever. It's back tested. So right here, we got a 67-year-old male put in $100,000. This is the guaranteed rates. That's the floor. By a guarantee, it means if the market crashes every single year forever and ever, say you live to 92 years old, you still have 100 grand in your account. That is your guarantee that you will never lose principal. Okay. And here is our back tested summary of current rates. $100,000 in the CIBC. It is a 2-year point to point, meaning that every 2 years they are going to credit your account instead of every year. And the reason why is they have higher returns because they can sit back and say, hey, it's costing us less money periodically. We can just put in money once every 2 years. So they don't have to worry about coming up with, say, this 29% was 14.5% every year, 14.5, 14.5. They don't have to give you this 14.5 in a rush. They could use that 14.5 they earned and make more money for themselves and for you. So every 2 years, we're crediting to the account. These are the averages. So in 10 years, $100,000 is projected to be 290,000. That's triple. I don't know about you, but how many 401ks and IRAs have tripled in the last 10 years? And once again, I'm not saying this will happen. I'm not saying this could happen. What I'm saying is based on historical performances, this is what has been done in this index. So let's just say you had $100,000 extra. Most people that are watching this don't have 100,000 extra, but if you have 100,000 extra that you could just put into a fixed indexed annuity and leave it until you're not 25 years later. You just left it, you walked away from it, And you could leave this as a trust. You could put it in a trust, or you could just leave it to a family member. So you put in 100,000, you die at 92. When you die, the will, the pour over will, the trust, whatever, or just an email sends. And your child, grandchild, finds out they have $1.3 million sitting in an account. Now, I base this off of year 30 paying out even payments. So if you were to put in $100,000, waited till age 97, who does that? You get $200,000 a year payout. And that's just for 4 years. We didn't go past 100. But anyways, there's so many different things you can do with a fixed index annuity. So with this fixed index annuity, you can roll a 401k, a 403b, a TSP, a Roth IRA, another annuity. Any kind of retirement account you can think of can be rolled for free. Costs you no money. If you have $101,000.10 in your other account, when you roll it over to this account, it has $101,000.10. And because there are no fees within these fixed index annuities, if you had that 101.10 in here for the next 2 years, let's just say for the rest of this presidential period, and the market keeps tanking, you're still having 100,010 cents. Well, let's say election year happens, someone else gets in, and we're starting to gain again. You could take this surrender value. Surrender value means they're going to take a chunk of your money and keep it because this is a 10-year product or 7-year product that I have here. They're going to take a little bit of your money. But if you wanted to pull this out, 129,000, say, hey, well, actually it's here, 119. So if you said, hey, I wanted to pull my money out and I want to go put it in the market, that's fine. I mean, you see the performance here. It's pretty significant. It's pretty nice. And there's a floor, which means you can't lose. So why would you want to pull it out of here? I don't know. But let's just say year 3, you wanted to pull it out, you got 129,000. They're going to take 8%. So you walk away with 119. You still put in 100,000. You're still walking away with 20 grand, but they do take a little bit of it. But if you stay in for the 7 years that this product is, surrender value right here is as much as your value. So year 8, if you want to pull it all out, take it out and run, you can do that. So long story short, fixed index annuities have a floor, which is the best part about an annuity. So the market's crashing, you've lost 10%, 20%, 30%. I met with a couple who's 67 years old and they just lost 450 grand in their annuity, or not in their annuity, in their investment accounts. That's, for them, that's 4 or 5 years of retirement. So on the back end, they lost about a half a decade of retirement. But they are looking to put it into something like this because they can pull 10%. So there's another thing. If you're 65, 67, 70, 72 years old, you are already in retirement, you can still put this, all of your money into this and not hit your surrender value. Every year you have the chance to pull 10% of your value, fee-free, penalty-free. So if you have $1 million and you want to pull out $100,000 for retirement income, you can. Most people won't be taking out 10% because there's a 4% rule, which means you only take out 4% of your principal to live off of, or you'll run out of money. So if you have $1 million, you have the ability to pull out $100,000, but you only want to pull out $40,000. So if you wanted to roll your account out now, say you have $1 million, you want to roll it into a fixed index annuity that has the ability to, range from 0% to 40% pay index or crediting every 2 years, you can do that and just take that 4, 10, 1, 9% payout every year. So if this had given you any kind of value, if you learned anything, please like, comment, share, and yeah, appreciate it.